A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. New England on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Wes Horton in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. One of the longest punts in the last decade or so, 80-plus yards. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go now.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
You got three down. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And shedding through the tackle. Airing it out deep for Smith. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And this is secured by the Patriots. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Hey, 4 down. Let's go. Like 20.
Brady now on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Ryan Anderson in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career.
20.
59. Mike is 59.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Right. 20.
Alabama.
380.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, there it is. Brady connecting with Gronk, but at this stage of the game, this is kind of late for them. I'm used to this happening right out of the gate.
Yeah, and we were thinking we would see this per usual first quarter, definitely second quarter, but not the case.
And their offense not moving the ball like they normally do. They're losing the game. Those two need to get together and fast. They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. This is Lewis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Key at 33.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath. safety over the top.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Remsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And now running right through him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Alert.
3-19.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey.
Let's go. Leopard.
On the run, here's Vereen. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Double tight. 3 down.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And caught left side, Olsen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per pass, really high. But what a fantastic day. A brand new record, and we were here to witness it.
Double tight. 4 down.
Here we go now.
Now Tolbert. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Mike Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Brady looking middle, and it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, wait, 20. Hey,
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Star Lotulelei in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
wait, 20. Wait, 20.
Operating from the gun. Brady. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked fearless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now it's the backup Gabbert. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Artis Payne. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Time running out here on the play clock. First carry here for Taiwan Jones. No gain on the play there, second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, now they'll try the end around. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's Artis Payne. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little. Second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Matt Ryan, sensational in this one. 5 touchdown passes to this point. Red zone opportunity.
Watch left. Stop right there. Down. Tiger.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing again. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Star Lotulelei in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Alert.
From the gun, Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Allen Bailey in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On the give, this is their fullback. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. 4 down.
A 2nd down throw for Gabbert. He gets it complete to Harris. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
from the shotgun. It's Gabbard eluding the pressure. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Harris able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down. Green.
On play action, Gabbard. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Richard Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, 20. Hey, 53.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Wes Horton in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Tight right. 20. Wait, 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 30. 31-yard line.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. Carolina getting set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see. If they want to use him here as the kneel down comes. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Set. Blue 90. Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Here's Michael Palardy now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports.